It's
Review.
episode 14, The Cart Before the Ponies. Yep.
Alright. So, okay, so this was an okay episode. It's been we've been getting a lot of kind of middling episodes so far. They're not bad. They're certainly not bad, but they're not spectacular. We've had a few good ones this season, but we've had a lot of like
Yeah.
middling ones. The good thing is we haven't
They're
had
not
a lot of
fabulous.
we haven't had any. I don't think we've had really any bad episodes this season. They've been either kind
That's
of
because Spike
Yeah.
hasn't been the center yet.
wait, wasn't
Don't say that. He'll be in
Gauntlet
the
of
next episode.
Gauntlet of Fire or something? Wasn't that this season or was that last season?
No,
season.
it was
I
Yeah,
thought that
so
was-
that was
yeah.
that was actually a good Spike episode.
Oh, that was this season?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
Oh no, we had such a huge gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good Spike episode.
Yeah, so
I
we actually
was
have had a
impressed.
Spike episode. It was just good, remarkably.
I know.
And you can see our
Oh,
new dock robot.
shocking.
But yeah, it was a fairly decent episode overall.
It had what I think is a new lesson, which hasn't happened in a while.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of a cliched one, but it still is a good one to do.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
From both
and it's
sides.
still new for them. It
Yeah.
may be cliche, but
Yeah, it's cliche for a reason.
they haven't done it yet.
Yeah, but what I
Yeah.
also think
Yeah.
is kind of interesting about it is you got to also think about the age of the kids that started with the first season. They're now
Mhm.
starting to become the older sisters, older brothers,
Mm-hmm.
to the, and they may have younger sisters. So this works from both sides. You know, watch out and don't pull what these three are doing, and
Really, Skip?
understand. You know
Really?
what?
And nothing. You cut out for like 20 seconds.
Oh,
But,
yeah. With the age group that started this thing, they're now older sisters, and their younger sisters are probably about the right age. It's a kind of now they're starting to have younger siblings that are starting to get into the show, and it's also a lesson for them to be mindful of what they're doing in relation to their younger siblings and listening. Okay, so we open on Cheerily for the first time in a long time.
Yay.
The look on the Foles' faces when she
We are going
mentioned-
to have to ban you from using your cheerily voice. I'm sorry.
Nope, sorry. Anyways, continue.
when she mentions physics is priceless. The look, it's like, Cheerily just obfuscates the whole concept of changing potential energy to kinetic. I mean, fun activities.
I know.
So fun activities are great, but you have to use simple enough concepts, and then teach the terminology once they understand what it is. Labeling the tool you've made. You teach them this tool, and then you give it, its official name or
really is.
something.
Yeah.
Perhaps maybe Cheerily went into more detail after we see that scene end, before we see Apple Bloom and them walking away from the schoolhouse. They probably got a small lesson in it. One thing that was kind of funny was that they were surprised at all about the Applewood Derby. If it comes around every year, what about age range are allowed to do the Derby? Would you really be surprised that the Derby was coming up? Especially if it was something you were looking forward to.
Mm-hmm.
Well, to be fair, that does happen sometimes,
Yeah.
where you forget what time something happens. Plus, they probably were all like, "What the fuck?" You know, like that whole science thing just made them all
Yep.
zone out.
Well,
I mean, look at that. It's
Uh,
making him pass out.
anyway,
And we're just mentioning it.
we have they have 1 day to turn a block of wood into a race-ready cart. This show plays fast and loose with realistic timetables. It's like,
yeah, and don't forget,
Maybe a
they
day
did
in
it twice.
Equestria.
yeah, they did it twice.
No, no, they didn't do it. Well, um, oh yeah, she did say at the end twice in the same day, didn't she?
Yeah, and
Well, and
Did she?
those carts
I
weren't
thought it was
well.
like,
Those carts weren't really in the best of shape after the first race. They were
yeah,
basically destroyed. So
but technically, if you look at it, Applejack did it 3 times.
yeah, because Best Pony is good at carpentry.
We have to start by scratch.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Um.
All because the front fell off.
I know, right?
She's worse than I am with you. You broke the edge of that. You ruined it. I have to start all over now. Like, you could just glue that piece back on. No, I have to start all over.
uh, so we have categories to win in: fastest, most traditional, and most creative. It's good to give different talents a chance to shine. You get, historical research and the traditional. You get some artistic design and creative. That way, even if you don't build the fastest cart, you can excel in something else,
Yes.
and
Could
you
be
actually
those
have earned it by
fabulous.
just using your talents elsewhere. That. Next bit was. Do enough apple trees die every year to have the wood? I mean, wouldn't it be better to sustainably forest the edge of the air Everfree?
I think it's like dead.
I mean, apple trees are very valuable. I mean, you've got a tree that produces fruit.
I think they're like dead trees that can't produce apples anymore.
Well, yeah, but do the Sweet Apple Acres have enough of those every year for this derby to go through?
Well, their acres are huge.
It,
They do have vast tracts of land. I like
they
that.
could also have a replanting process in order to get stronger trees.
Well,
Because, lightning strikes a tree and kills it, so they
well, yeah, that just falls into the
replanted
dead
2
tree
new ones.
thing, yeah. But if you do have, it's just a matter of, is that enough for this? And if
And
if it isn't, if it
maybe
is,
for this round, they went into the Forbidden Forest.
eh. But yeah, it just anyway, I was just getting caught in the weeds on whether this was that was enough apple wood was going to be produced by Sweet Apple Acres from just dead trees, because cutting down a living producing tree would be a bad idea. Anyway,
They could also have it imported.
no, because they said
True.
this is from
Oh,
Sweet
yeah.
Apple Acres. That's why the whole thing's Applewood, because it started with Sweet Apple Acres doing it. Okay, anyway. Let's see. We did that. It's nice to see the 3 step out of their traditional molds
Do
and
you
go
think the
for
Apple
something.
family gets reimbursed for the trees? Yeah.
Probably not. They donate. I think. I don't. Yeah, I don't
It
think.
comes off of their taxes at the
Mm.
end.
I can
Yeah,
see
it's a
that.
tax deduction. Yeah, it's for education.
Okay.
Let's see. Or it's just a way to get rid of applewood that they don't need.
Yeah.
Let's see. Pleasant.
Sorry.
Nice to see the 3 step out of their molds and go for something different. Scootaloo trying to be creative. Apple Bloom going away from into the traditional role that the apples generally play, and Sweetie Belle, wanting, was it Sweetie Belle was traditional, yeah, that was what it was.
You know what I would have suggested? I would have suggested them changing part.
Yeah, that's what I would have suggested.
That's one thing that did occur to me while I was watching the episode. If they just switched with the one who actually wanted to make the fast car, have Rainbow Dash teaching
Yeah.
Apple Bloom, Scootaloo with Rarity, and Sweetie Belle with Applejack.
Yeah.
Let's see. We get a bit of into, because each of them has ulterior motives or reasons why. The old elder pony has a reason why they're so overly excited about it. Rainbow's motivation, she says, she wants her to have as much fun as she did, which to her the most fun is winning by going fast.
Exactly.
Then we get a little fun with the trunk, because we get a few throwbacks and funnies. The banner for Rainbow Dash's birth anniversary was in the trunk, along with a soccer ball.
That's so cute.
I wonder if the soccer ball's name was Ashley.
Ashley Ball.
Dash also has a vase with flowers. Not what I would expect of her.
I think it's just like a generic vase that everyone has.
Well, I mean, the fact that she would have flowers at all is kind of interesting. But then again, she's always shown her feminine side kind of subtly, or just...
Yeah, she is a girl.
Yeah. She's very tomboyish, but she does have a feminine side. Though she doesn't like to show it off too much.
Yeah.
So, maybe that's how she
she still likes the spa, and she still likes, as much as she's like not wanting to be girly, she still wears dresses.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. I mean, she could make the excuse that getting spa treatments help her fly faster.
Yeah, it's one of those things where she does like the things, but she's just not going to openly say she likes these things, because she's got a persona to keep up.
Yeah.
I gotta keep up my rep. You know what she also could say? Well, all the flying around and racing, it makes me sweat, and I need the flowers to keep the smell away. It's natural perfume. What can I say?
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure, Rainbow Dash. Sure.
You could just put tea bags in your horseshoes, in your gym bag. It absorbs the smell. Fluttershy, what did I tell you about that? Sorry.
Well, anyway.
Let's see. Applejack can't understand why Apple Bloom would want to win anything but traditional. The Apples have won it since the race began. I mean, that makes sense. She's very... Applejack, if you're looking for traditional stuff, that's Applejack to the core. I made it funny.
You made a song reference.
Indeed, that as well. We get Rarity.
And Granny Smith's like, what is this? This is not traditional.
Rarity is itching to right a wrong from long, long ago. Again, this isn't your race, Rarity. This is Sweetie Belle's.
She lost to Derpy.
Yeah, she won first prize for creativity over Rarity with a nifty... It was a lightning bolt-shaped card. Kind of. From the side, it looked kind of lightning boltish.
I think she just somehow crumpled the cart in the process of making it because she screwed it up. It's like, yeah, I meant to do that.
It was so cute.
Yes. That was glorious. It was a glorious use of derpy. It's like, yes,
Yes.
the creative one is muffins.
I saw muffins, and I had to chase them, and I kind of wrecked my car.
But it worked out because
It's okay.
the one was
I won
creative.
first place.
Let's see. Yeah, and that scene was complete with the rain falling on Rarity, though. That may just be a Pegasus being a jerk.
Of course.
I love they go up there. They go up the hill to go to where they're supposed to build their carts. It's really early, and the CMC are complaining. It's like, AJ, in my day, we were up even earlier. And that made me wonder, did you also have to walk through snow uphill both ways?
Okay, I mean, getting up early I can understand because, they only had one day to make it. So I can understand why they had to get up early.
I was just more making fun of the trope of,
Yeah.
we had to walk
uphill
I know. Both ways through the snow. Anyway, I like AJ's, who would want to redesign something that's already perfect? That's very much the traditionalist there. It's like, it's perfect. Why do I want to change it? Rarity goes
I
through.
do find it, I do like how at the end it's like, oh, darling, yellow really does seem bold. I was going for traditional.
Yeah. Let's see. Rarity goes for big and bold. Scoots tries to dress it up as a chicken.
Yeah, that was cute. It was like a phoenix chicken.
The first draft of it looked like a chicken. The second draft later on in the episode did look like a phoenix.
I think that was probably Rainbow Dash's influence. You can't be just a chicken. They're already making chicken jokes about you.
Yes. Well, that and you get the whole it rose from the ashes sort of thing going.
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Apple Bloom tries to put a spoiler and some flames on a traditional cart. Because we know that the flames make it go faster.
And that is a proven fact.
The flames make it go faster.
There are certain things that do have evidence of being fact. Women do have a higher threshold of pain than men.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I doubt that flames actually do make them go faster.
They do have a higher tolerance of pain than men.
Well, you see, it makes everybody else slow down to wake out the awesome flames.
And
now, although this is silly, there was one thing that was bothering me about the episode.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly were the carts powered by?
Supposedly gravity. They were supposed to be, I think, gravity-fed carts. Otherwise, they wouldn't be talking about potential and kinetic energy.
Well, they weren't. Though.
Yeah, there really should have been a single hill instead of the cloverleaf sort of thing they did, but it is what it is.
Yeah, okay. Bye-bye, Doc. Hello, Doc.
Let's see, where were we at? Equestria has some interesting paint tools. Add and remove complex flames with one swipe of the brush. Yeah.
I mean, there's some blood stains I need to cover up.
We get Cheerly in a cheerleader outfit. I'm sure Big Mac was pleased.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. um, Dash is fairly aggressive. She's knocking the full carts around just with their um, just she was banging back and forth, being a fairly aggressive driver there. Oh, and we see a new another part of the Hooves family, I suppose. We see Derpy and a colt with a slightly more orange mane and eyes. Basically, the coloration's the same. I think the fandom has come to call him Crackle Pop.
What was that?
New Who's family member maybe called Crackle Pop.
Yeah, the colt that was with Derpy that had the orange hair and eyes. But the thing is, that is the only cart that actually looks like it was designed by a foal. It looks like, looks like a young person designed that. It wasn't, overly designed by their elder pony helper. It's not the most creative, but Doc cheers for them. You see, when they go by, you see Dr. Hooves cheer.
Yay! You need to win this. If you do not win this, the whole fate of Equestria will be doomed. I have seen it.
It's all wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
Okay, that sounds really cool in the robot.
Oh my god.
Okay,
Or maybe he was just waiting for the edible ball bearing. It just doesn't work.
Snips is a barber pole racer. Thought that was funny.
Oh yeah.
Bulk has like red war paint under his eyes, and a double can drink hat.
Is it me, or did Bulk seem to have lost some bulkiness?
I didn't notice.
Done it done.
I don't know, he just seems skinnier for some reason.
Maybe the cues they had for him already, they just didn't bother resizing him. Being very careful with how they're sizing him. Rarity has wings that extend to block the road. Dash's back actually extends. Same purpose. That's really cheap.
Yeah.
That's a bit cheating there.
Assholes.
Yeah. In a race with a bunch of kids. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Then we get...
These are not normal.
Yeah. Then we get the crash. The horror! The horror!
How exactly did they end up on different roads?
Some were really...
You see, because if you looked at it, it was looped around like those Hot Wheels tracks.
Yeah.
So they had a crossroads.
Yeah.
And because Rainbow Dash passed them up and actually lapped them. And then Rarity was going average speed and making everybody else go average speed, being a total douche on the road. Roadhog.
Yeah, and then
so because all three of them were going speed, and then because Rarity was being a total tool and taking over the entire road, everybody behind her ended up crashing too.
Yeah. They got bunched up into two separate spots, and Dash ran really, really fast to catch an extra loop on the way around.
Yeah.
So then we get the CMC finally boil over. They're not your cards. Something that they needed to be reminded of.
About time.
Yeah, they were supposed to design them. They were supposed to drive them. Yeah. Yeah. And it was a very nice conversation we get. That's like, yeah, but I thought y'all wanted our help. We did. We wanted you to help build our carts, but you all ended up with carts that are what each of you wanted. You know, listen to
Well, yeah,
the.
yeah, because
Now Madrock's gone robotic.
oh, sorry,
I
sorry,
am?
sorry. I said yeah because we're better than you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you went robot.
Yeah. Uh, well, Dash is, why didn't you say anything? You've all done the race before. I just figured you knew best. Plus,
Well,
it's hard to
technically we did.
speak up to older ponies. And Rarity brings it a lesson for the older kids. Oh, I certainly understand that, but you mustn't think older ponies automatically know best. And we probably could have done a better job of listening to you. Yeah, and then we get Cheerly. I think that's when how do you feel about a do-over? I think that's a wonderful idea, but maybe the older pony should sit this one out. Okay, I think to an extent, but yeah, one of the reasons to have the elder ponies there was for safety. You know, to have them in the cart was to, if something goes wrong, they're gonna kind of grab the wheel and kind of stabilize it. So, but they're like, no, we're gonna have only the fillies deal with it. So, pledge safety.
Yeah, but if you think about it, the kids were safer than the adults.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, not the.
it's like, yeah.
Well, maybe not the adults in the other carts, but the. Let's see. Yeah, it was kind of a weird thing at the end of the episode. I don't know if they were just using this week's budget to help fund other things to fund. See, because we got at the end of the episode, for some reason, all the elder ponies have a baseball cap and greasy overalls. Why now? Why
Yeah.
do they suddenly have a baseball cap and greasy overalls?
Especially Rarity.
Had because they had to work harder and faster. The other one, they take time. I'm guessing equestrian days are like 3 times normal days on Earth because that took way less time than it should have. But still, they took their time. They had a certain length of time. This one, they had to do it super fast, so they had to get down and dirty, so to speak.
But I was just kind of random. I'm thinking maybe they were trying to make that so they had a certain animation budget that they could spend, and they had a little left over. So they're like, okay, we'll make these coveralls. That way, if we need them again, we've already got these bases done, so we can just change them up for something else. Dash has a Wonderbolt cap. I wonder how much Wonderbolt paraphernalia she got as kind of an opening, kind of, here, you're a Wonderbolt now. Here's all this paraphernalia, jacket, hat. AJ, of course, is an apple, and Rarity, we don't know because it's covered in grease and kind of pointed backwards. Doesn't look like they changed a lot from the the designs from the early part of the first run to the second run. The designs didn't change a lot for the other foals. They didn't change their designs any. An interesting thing.
It doesn't I like it.
Yeah, well, an interesting thing that we get at the end of the episode is they don't say who wins.
No, they don't.
Yeah, I think they did it because it seemed like it doesn't.
It doesn't matter at this point.
Fun,
yeah,
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about all I had to say about the episode.
Yeah, and I said my notes too.
No matter, I wouldn't know.
Write a fanfic.
Yeah.
I need to know.
Anyway, I think that's all we have for the review.